How's it going, guys? This is Jason. We're back with more Magic the Gathering Arena. We're going to be doing another standard event today, and this time we're going to be using a Temur Reclamation deck. This one made by Inextrad from a recent competition. We're going to be giving it a try, and the staples of this deck are Wilderness Reclamation, which is a 4-cost enchantment that allows you to untap your lands during your end step. Chemister's Insight, which is an instant for 4 mana that allows you to draw 2 cards, and Growth Spiral, which is an instant for 2 mana that allows you to draw a card and put an extra land onto the battlefield. So the idea is sort of using all these draw power cards and mana advantage cards to build towards Niv-Mizzet, usually, is the end game. And then from there, Niv-Mizzet just sort of destroys everything with your with the mana advantage that you've accrued. So, let's see if any of that stuff that I just said actually pans out. Pretty excited today. I've got a new chai flavor. It's a vanilla chai tea. It's delicious. Okay, what do we got? Opt, Bone Crusher, Growth Spiral. We've got one of each of the colors we want. We've got Niv-Mizzet for later. I like it. Keep. Hello. I think we'll do Temple of Mystery. Yeah, we'll do Temple of Mystery, and then we'll do Growth Spiral turn 2. Bone Crusher, do we want another one? I guess it depends on how much removal I think we need. Yeah, why not? We're gonna have more draw power coming in with Growth Spiral anyway, so we can take another Bone Crusher. So depending on what he plays, we'll either do Bone Crusher or Growth Spiral. Glowspore Shaman, okay. So I'm thinking that we don't want to destroy this because this Golgari style deck tends to benefit from cards in the graveyard. He's got a Massacre Girl there too. We can take the 3 damage for a little bit, but we want to rush to get Wilderness Reclamation out, and to do that we want to play Growth Spiral to accelerate our lands. So we will do this, put a break on his end step, and we'll do Growth Spiral at the end of his end step, and hopefully we'll get another land so that we can play Wilderness Reclamation on our next turn. Okay, so, yeah, we can put this on the battlefield, and then we can pay 2 life to have this out next turn. And let's see what we got. Another Opt. Yeah, I think we want that because we're gonna play Wilderness Reclamation on our turn, and we're gonna have 4 lands untapped after that point. In which case we can do 2 Ops and a Bone Crusher. So sounds good to me. Wilderness Reclamation. And now we have instants we can play during his turn. Let's put a break on his end step. We're probably going to destroy Glowspore Shaman now that we have Wilderness Reclamation out. This we don't care about at all. And actually, maybe we should wait on Bone Crusher until Niv-Mizzet is out. But the thing is, we're still taking 3 damage from this guy, so yeah, it's probably better to destroy him now. I accidentally picked up my tea when I was not ready. Yeah, let's destroy him. And we'll probably actually play him, the creature, on our turn. Let's do some Opts. See if we can get some more lands from Niv-Mizzet. Brazen Borrower. Ooh, that's a good card, but what we really want is land right now. Another Bone Crusher, okay. Can't complain about that. Expansion Explosion. We're going to keep this because we can use it to draw cards and find that land we want. Another Opt, okay. So, let's see. Yeah. We're going to do Expansion Explosion on our end step so that we can use Wilderness Reclamation to get all the mana we can, basically twice. And then we'll draw 4 cards. We won't be able to play a land, though, unfortunately. Yeah. So let's pass to our end step. And then we're going to actually activate full control so that we can respond to our own spell. Let's tap all our lands. Wait a second, why did I not get a red? I need to undo these. Actually, I need a red from this one. Okay. Doing this like such a noob. Let me try this again. So now we resolve this, and now we tap these again for more mana. Yeah, so this is the way you do it. Now that we've got all this mana available, we can do this for 4. And let's go right to the source. Target player draws X cards. That's going to be us. We can undo full control now. Okay. And we get a discard. Let's get rid of... it's a tough choice. I think probably Flame Sweep. Now let's get rid of Opt. We definitely want Niv Visit out. I know we've got the lands for it now, but it's going to take a couple turns. So we can play a tap land because we've got Wilderness Reclamation. That's fine. I think we're gonna want to destroy this guy though. He's a threat for sure. So we could probably do 2 Bone Crushers. Yeah, we could do a Bone Crusher and then another one after we untap with Wilderness Reclamation. But then we can't play a creature. I think that's fine though. I'd rather destroy this guy than have a creature out. So let's put a break at our end step. Bone Crusher 1. And let's hold full control. And Bone Crusher 2. And look at that, we've got enough mana for a counter now, if we so choose. Let's pass turn so that we don't look like we have an instant to play. And then next turn we'll put out Niv Mizzet. We're looking really good right now. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to do Fabled Passage or Mountain? I'm going to do Fabled Passage, and the reason is because Fabled Passage will pull another land out of the deck, meaning that we'll have a slightly less chance of drawing lands. Let's do that. We need that mountain. Wow, it would have been embarrassing if there wasn't another mountain in this deck, and I couldn't play Niv Mizzet because of that. I didn't even think of that. So yeah, let's do Niv Mizzet. And now we've got our land untapped for a counter if he tries to remove it. Cavalier of Night. Well, I can tell you that's going to be countered. That's no good. And now Niv Mizzet stuff starts triggering. Whenever we play an instant or sorcery, we draw a card, and whenever someone draws a card, we do damage. So, as you can see, Niv Mizzet becomes pretty ridiculous pretty quick. In fact, this game might already be over because of that. And we drew another counter. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go down on a limb and say that we've basically won this game at this point. We're going to attack, we're going to have Bone Crushers out, and then we're going to get our lands untapped. Yeah, this is pretty over. Nope. Good game. For some reason, the first battle always goes well on these episodes, and then I get to win number 3, and then all of a sudden things start going downhill. Let's see how it goes. And this tea is amazing. I'm never going back to regular chai. Vanilla chai is the way to go. Okay, we've got an opt and a negate. We don't have any red mana for our Bone Crushers. And also none of these, all of these require two life to be put out untapped. I'm going to keep it just because we have opt and negate to play. And I'm hoping we can just find a red mana along the way to make these worthwhile. It's a risk, but I think it's less of a risk than having one card lost due to a mulligan. Let's pay 2 life. Put a stop at his end step. And we'll opt. Black-green again, interesting. Nope, we do not want another breeding pool. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's not great either. But at least it doesn't come out tapped. So let's do that for the possibility of negate. Although my guess is he'll play a creature first, before a non-creature. Yeah, Priest of Forgotten Gods. Another opt, okay. Well, we'll put a stop on his end step and play the opt then. This can enter tapped, since we're either going to do negate or opt. So what kind of deck is this? Oh, it looks like a June Sacrifice deck, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Well, let's do opt right now, then. Sinister Sabotage. I'd really like a red mana, but this is good, though, for stopping... No, you know what? We need red ASAP, because even though this can stop a future threat, we already have 2 creatures on the field that we need to start dealing with, and Bone Crusher's the way to do that, so we don't want that. Fabled Passage, excellent. We can get a red out next turn. Okay. And we're probably going to destroy Midnight Reaper to prevent him from having any sort of draw power. Yeah, so these are instants, so we can wait until his turn to actually do that. Hopefully he's going to play a creature expecting to sacrifice it with Priest of Forgotten Gods, and then in response I can use Bone Crusher. Yes, perfect. So I'll sacrifice this. And it's good that I got the sacrifice out before Mayhem Devil entered the field, so... Another reason why I was going to do Fabled Passage in that case. Destroy Midnight Reaper. And, oh, I also have Petty Theft. So I could just bounce Mayhem Devil. I may do that. Yeah, I think I want to do that because it's a 3/3 and obviously it's got really good effects. Witch's Oven, no sir. I'd rather negate that than bounce your Mayhem Devil. I'm definitely glad I saved the mana for that. And then we'll probably just bounce Mayhem Devil this turn maybe. Okay, we've got Bone Crusher that can destroy Priest of Forgotten Gods. We've got Brazen Borrower. Oh, we can also play the Bone Crusher the creature. We can do that and bounce. I think we're going to do that. Yes. That sounds good to me. We'll do this. And then if he tries to play a card that'll allow him to sacrifice stuff, we will bounce his Mayhem Devil with Brazen Borrower. What do you got? What do you got? Is he going to remove it? Oh. Well, in that case, I may actually bounce my Bone Crusher Giant then. Because then I can recast it for 2 damage and play the creature again. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, return target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Oops. Well, alright. We'll get rid of Mayhem Devil anyway. Yes, I know it's my go. Thank you. Just to prevent him from doing 1 extra damage to me. Okay, I was wondering if he had the land to play it again. Looks like he does. So that's a little unfortunate that Brazen Borrower wasn't able to bounce my own thing. Let's see. We can do Brazen Borrower. That can't block anything except for flying, so we can't use him as a blocker. We're taking 4 damage otherwise, and probably extra from Mayhem Devil. We could do Chemister's Insight to look for some kind of answer to this stuff. We could do Bone Crusher, but only one of his things. We can only use the 2 damage or play him as a creature, since we only have 1 red. Let's do Temple of Mystery just to see what we have coming up. Stomping Ground. It's a land. No. I think we need something better than that. So I'm thinking we're going to do Bone Crusher to destroy Priest of Forgotten Gods, and then we'll do Brazen Borrowers to start attacking, and we can tolerate Mayhem Devil for now. I think that's the current plan. We'll definitely do Brazen Borrower during his end step, so he doesn't... Oh, here's what I'm going to do. Hopefully... I'm going to let this enter the field, And then I'm going to try and destroy Priest of Forgotten Gods and give him the option to sacrifice both his creatures. And hopefully he does it. I'd like him to do that so the Mayhem Devil's gone. Let's see what he does. If I were him, I would just let this go through, but there is the possibility he might want to use its ability one last time. Okay, yeah, he did the smart thing. So now we're just going to pass to his end step and then cast Brazen Borrower. He didn't attack. Did he misplay? Witch's Oven. That's no good. That's not a good thing. That's bad because now if I play Brazen Borrower, it'll just be destroyed by his Mayhem Devil, so there's actually no reason to play it. I wonder why he didn't attack, though. Niv Mizzet. I don't have enough red. Oh, God. That's really a shame. Bone Crusher Giant. I think we're going to need to do Bone Crusher just so it can block. If he's able to sacrifice 3 things in his turn with only 1 card in his hand, I think we'll give that to him. But for now, I think we got to do this to have a blocker in the field. I don't know why he didn't attack last turn, but I'm glad he didn't. And actually, let's pay 2 life just so we can do Chemister's Insight during his end step. We're probably not going to do Brazen Borrower until Mayhem Devil's dealt with. What I definitely don't want to see is Cauldron Familiar. Okay, let's do Chemister's Insight. Wilderness Reclamation, excellent. First piece of our combo, another Niv Mizzet. I mean, that's nice, but, you know, we need red to cast that. Well, this is good. We can actually discard one of the Niv Mizzets to do Chemister's Insight again. In fact, let's put a stop at our end step. We're going to keep Bone Crusher Giant right there as a blocker. And now we'll use full control. Let's get those manas. We'll resolve. And we'll do Chemister's Insight one last time. Oh, I forgot we have one right here, actually. That's fine. We can do it twice. Yeah. Growth Spiral. And another Wilderness Reclamation. Wow. Yeah. This is fine. We can do the rest of the stuff on his end step. We really need those red manas, though, I tell you what. So we can actually do Chemister's Insight and Growth Spiral during his end step. And I'm also glad to see that he's not using Witch's Oven during my end step. Oh, this is no good. What is this? 4/4 flying. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. When you sacrifice permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. Yikes. We're going to do Chemister's Insight and see if there's any kind of counter we can draw against that. No. Okay. That's going to be a threat we have to resolve immediately. He's probably going to sacrifice Gutter Bones. Oh, he's getting rid of land. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's definitely going to be an issue. He's drawing cards, too. I need to stop this. I need to stop this ASAP. Yeah, this is... Even just one turn of this is creating a pretty good advantage. Is he? Oh, he's going to get Gutter Bones back, isn't he? Or is he going to sacrifice a food to do even more sacrifice? He could have destroyed Bone Crusher Giant with all those sacrifices if he wanted to. Let's do Growth Spiral. Luckily, we can draw a card and scry by putting out Temple of Mystery now. Oh shit, I probably should have put out Steam Vents so it was another red. Oops. Sinister Sabotage. Yeah, I can use Sinister Sabotage. Yeah, I think we need Sinister Sabotage. Because I kind of screwed myself by not playing the Steam Vents. Getting rid of my chances of playing Niv Mizzet. So let's do Steam Vents for sure. Let's do another Wilderness Reclamation since when. So, I mean, there's no reason not to. And now we have like tons of mana available. Let's do Chemister's Insight and get rid of this extra forest. Is he going to do stuff while I'm tapped out now, maybe? We got another mountain, thank God. So next turn, Niv Mizzet's coming out, and we've got a counter to stop whatever is going against Niv Mizzet. Oh, but man, this is actually bigger than Niv Mizzet is now, so... Yikes. One thing that's good is I can play Brazen Borrower to chump block Corvold, because he can block creatures with flying. Let's let that damage go through. It's destroying Bone Crusher. We can either counter it or we can let it go through. I think we're gonna let it go through. Just because we want to have the counter for when Niv Mizzet's out. So let's let that go through. We can tolerate 3 damage from Mayhem Devil, and we'll block if Corvold attacks. There's Gutter Bones. No doubt that's going to be sacrificed to make this thing even stronger. Ooh, we might want to Sinister Sabotage this so we can't get even more draw power. Oh, it's a tough call. No, I think at all costs we have to use Sinister Sabotage to protect Niv Mizzet from whatever removal he might get. So let's let this resolve before we actually cast Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower is definitely blocking Corvold, so we don't get dangerously low. He had to have known that we had Brazen Borrower because it was revealed, but he may sacrifice something now to do 1 damage to it before it can actually block. That's a very good point. I forgot about that. This is bad. Am I actually dead here? I'm dead because he can sacrifice his food too. Yeah, if he realizes that he can sacrifice... Oh no! No, that was enough. That got him to 11. Good game. Oh man, Corvold absolutely ruined my shit. I wish I had that Sinister Sabotage a little bit earlier so that I could have dealt with Corvold. Okay. We're 1-1, I think. Let's continue. We're doing average so far. Yeah, we did a really good job of getting mana advantage. We just couldn't find enough red mana to get Niv Mizzet out when it counted. And also we didn't have enough stuff to use our mana advantage on, except for draw power, which ended up resulting in not much. Bone Crusher for early removal and an early creature. Brazen Borrower for early bounce, early creature. Expansion Explosion for late game draw and damage and or copying an early instant or sorcery. And we've got 1 mana of every color that we want. I'm okay with this. Oh, okay. So, looking like an adventure deck. We're probably going to want to Bone Crusher this Innkeeper, to be honest, just to cut off his card draw from the very beginning. Let's do this, so we have a red mana out. One thing that I'll have to keep in mind is that expansion can actually apply to adventure spells if they're not cast as creatures. So, Robber of the Rich. Well, I still think that... Oh no, this is actually a bigger threat because he's guaranteed to draw cards. Well, he's not exactly drawing, he's gaining card advantage by having the ability to play stuff. So it's not exactly the same, but I do think this is a bigger threat than this, since who knows how many adventure cards he even has to play. So let's get rid of Robber of the Rich when he tries to attack. And we'll let Edgewall Innkeeper survive for now. And then next turn we can... next turn we can do probably Bone Crusher as a creature. Yep, take the 1. What else you got? Crawl Harpooner. Okay. Yeah, so I think Bone Crusher is probably a good idea now. We'll play Breeding Pool and take 2 damage, but it's worth. Alternatively, we could bounce his Crawl Harpooner and not pay 2 life. Actually, I like that better. We can take 1 more damage and not worry about Bone Crusher and just bounce his Crawl Harpooner next turn. Yeah, this is looking like it's sort of an aggro slash maybe mid-range deck, so I don't want to pay too much life for lands if I can help it. I have like an alternate way to spend just 2 mana, so I think I'll go that route. Looks like potentially he's having mana troubles. Usually people play their lands right away. Oh, never mind. Maybe he was just deciding which of his many lands he wanted to play, in which order. Okay, so before he attacks, I'll do Brazen Borrower. Let's see what he does now. Is he going to just put out Crawl Harpooner again? Good thing is, next turn, we can actually bounce 2 creatures, because we can do Brazen Borrower, and we can actually copy it with Expansion. Lovestruck Beast. Oh, yeah. So, actually, we may... Man, it's really a shame that Brazen Borrower can't bounce my own stuff, because I would cast Bone Crusher Giant, and then I would bounce it back to my hand so that I can cast it for the 2 damage again. Anyway, I think we're going to... This is when you cast a creature, so if he casts it, he gets the effect regardless of whether I bounce it in response or not. I think we're going to do Brazen Borrower and expand it on the beginning of his combat phase. Actually, I should probably even do it before if I get a chance, because I don't want him drawing any extra cards from Edgewall Innkeeper. If he has another land, I would expect to also see Questing Beast in this kind of deck. I hate it when I'm right. So that's getting bounced. We're going to bounce that, and I think Edgewall Innkeeper, because without Edgewall Innkeeper, Lovestruck Beast can't attack. And I'd rather bounce Edgewall Innkeeper, because if we bounce Lovestruck Beast, he gets to draw another card from Edgewall Innkeeper. So let's do full control so we can respond to our own spell. Let's bounce Questing Beast. In response, we'll sacrifice Fabled Passage. We will take a Mountain, because we need 3 of those, and we already have 3 blue. I'm thinking ahead to Niv Mizzet. And we'll do Expansion on Brazen Borrower. And we will bounce Edgewall Innkeeper. See ya, nerd. Let's get rid of full control now that we're done with that. Okay, that worked out well. We're probably going to do Bone Crusher for when he inevitably plays Questing Beast again. So that's for sure. And I think we're going to... Oh, you know what? If we could do Growth Spiral... Let's do Growth Spiral and see if we get a basic land that we can put onto the field without... it's not basic. That's fine. We'll pay 2 life. And we'll do Bone Crusher. And then... Oh, we didn't actually play land this turn, so let's do that. Next turn, we're probably going to want to do Chemister's Insight. I don't know if we're going to do Brazen Borrower just yet, because we're still on the defensive, and these guys are mainly offensive since he lacks flying creatures. We may want to do Explosion on a threat, but we can only do it for 2 damage at the moment. Yeah, so we need to get rid of... Oh, you know what? We're going to do Explosion on Edgewall Innkeeper so that Lovestruck Beast can't attack again. I think that's the plan right now. We'll draw some cards. Fantastic, we got Wilderness Reclamation, so we can actually do Explosion for even more mana than before. So let's put a stop at our end step. We'll do Wilderness Reclamation. And now we'll tap these manas. Let's do full control. And tap some more. Do not want to scry accidentally. That'd be unfortunate. So how much do we have to work with? That's 8 minus 4, 4. So let's do... yeah, we'll do 4 damage to Edgewall Innkeeper, because we can't quite destroy Lovestruck Beast yet. And the main thing is we want to draw cards. And target player is going to be me. Let's get rid of full control now that we've done that. Look at all those cards. We've got another Wilderness Reclamation and another Explosion, which means next turn we can actually destroy Lovestruck Beast with the same, basically the same thing we just did. Assuming he doesn't have a 1/1 to attack with Lovestruck Beast this turn. I'm hoping he doesn't. He does have a lot of cards, though. If he has another Questing Beast, that would also be a problem. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. If he has a Questing Beast, this is over. Please no, please no, please no. Don't do it. Don't you do it. So close to destroying your threats. Okay, doesn't look like he had a Questing Beast. We're definitely destroying Lovestruck Beast. What else? What else you got? Are you doing a Crow Harpooner too? If he does Crow Harpooner, then that would actually be... we would need to draw something that can answer that, because we'd be dead with 3 damage. Wilderness Reclamation is going to give us a ton of mana to play with, though, so we might be able to do like a Chemister's Insight first, and then do Expansion Explosion. Oh, yikes. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad. I don't think we have any board wipes in this deck. What can we do with this? We need... Bone Crusher can destroy something and be a blocker, so that's 2 creatures taken care of. Expansion Explosion can take care of 1. Although, really, if we just take out the 2 1/1s and hope he doesn't have any more 1/1s, then we're safe from attack, sort of. So that's definitely a possibility. Regardless, we're playing Wilderness Reclamation. So let's do that real quick. And since we have 2 mana right here, let's just do Bone Crusher Giant. We're going to destroy Edgewall Innkeeper. Oh, did I mess up? I should have done full control. Are these going to just resolve without me having a chance to respond? Oh my god. They did. Oh, wow, I didn't... That's really frustrating. I thought it was going to give me a chance to do full control before I reached my end step, but it just auto-passed me once it realized I had 1 land left. Well, I have no choice now but to use Explosion on this 1/1. So let's do that. Luckily, he didn't play Questing Beast, so I am able to survive at least this turn. But, yeah, that's... Do I not have the mana? No, I've got the mana. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's for 3. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Looks like we survive another turn, but, oh no, what is he doing? Don't tell me he's got a buff or something. Whoa, what's happening now? I don't like that it's pausing. Okay, good. Whew. I was scared there for a second. I drew a bunch of lands, stuff I don't really need at the moment. Crawl Harpooner. Yeah. It's not a 1/1 at least, so... And that's not a 1/1, so I still really only need to deal with these 2 creatures. One of them can be taken care of with Bone Crusher Giant. I need another answer. Let's do Temple of Mystery. See what we got on top. I don't need any more land, thank you. We're going to hold full control just so I don't accidentally misplay again. Yes, let's just continue... Let's just continue drawing. Yeah, let's put out Fabled Passage so that we can slightly reduce the chances of drawing more land. And I think I actually just misplayed again, because I didn't put out Bone Crusher Giant. All I can do now is instance after Wilderness Reclamation stuff happens. Well, that's a real shame. Yikes. I'm misplaying all over the place. Yeah, I needed to keep three mana untapped to play Bone Crusher, and I didn't do that, so let's tap these. It's still possible to pull this out if we get some removal cards that are instants. But I've reduced my chances, unfortunately. Well, let's do Growth Spiral since we have land in our hand and it'll cost. We did get an Explosion, so that's one removal, potentially. Let's just go ahead and take care of one of these things now. So we'll do 2 damage to Crawl Harpooner. We'll draw 2 cards. If we could get like another Bone Crusher or like another Expansion Explosion, I don't know how many, there couldn't be that many more in our deck. And we have one more Wilderness Reclamation to give us more opportunities to draw stuff. So let's do that real quick. Discard a card. Oh shit. I don't want to do the one that I had there. I want to do the one that's in my hand. I'm about to run out of time, too. I'm scrambling here. Let's do this and put out another land. This guy's like, what the fuck? Oh my god, a Flame Sweep! Yes! We can do it. Do I have any red out? I do. Let's put out Castle Vantress. We can do Flame Sweep. I'm going to wait until his turn. Yeah, we're good now, I think. Yeah, we're safe. We can do Flame Sweep in response to whatever he does. Hopefully he plays like an Ember Cleave and we just fizzle it with Flame Sweep. That would be good. So now he's going to attack. Is he going to do Ember Cleave? No. Let's Flame Sweep now. Does he have an answer for Flame Sweep? That's my question right now. It's very intense. I don't think this style deck he has any buffs. He might have like a Collision Colossus, but I don't think he has an answer for this. Oh, thank God. We survive another turn. He's got another Rimrock Knight, damn it. Let's opt. Let's just see what we got. We don't need more land, please. What we need is a Niv Mizzet right now, to be honest. Start doing 1 damage to things. Start putting pressure. Bone Crusher Giant will do. That's acceptable. Let's do a Scryland. See what we got coming up next. Niv Mizzet, oh my god, we're gonna get that with Chemister's Insight. Do we have enough mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Niv Mizzet costs 6, so that's 5. We have enough. We can do Chemister's Insight to draw Niv Mizzet and then play Niv Mizzet. Let's discard a land. We don't need another land. Oh my god, this actually might turn around for us. We got another Wilderness Reclamation too. We're holding full control just so we don't fuck up like last time. He may concede after seeing this. I don't know, I mean, it's really close. It's super close right now. Still holding full control because I'm paranoid after last misplay. Let's tap this land. Now we're going to start doing more stuff. Let's get out the flyers so we can just start doing tons of damage. We're going to cast more Chemister's Insight. We're going to destroy his Rimrock Knight with Chemister's Insight. Let's discard these lands. Oh, we only need to discard 1. This is going to deal 1 damage to his Rimrock Knight. And actually, we might be able to destroy a Lovestruck Beast. Oh my god, we got 2 Flame Sweeps. Oh, this is perfect. We're going to do 1 damage to each of his Lovestruck Beasts, and then we're going to play 2 Flame Sweeps. And his army is utterly destroyed. This is so perfect. I can't believe this is happening. We're gonna start dealing damage directly to him now. Doesn't do anything to us because we have flyers. And now we've got one more Wilderness Reclamation to play more spells, and now his Lovestruck Beasts are dead. Look at this fucking combo. This is fucking beautiful. Let's do another Chemister's Insight. Let's just keep this going. We don't need these lands. We've got Bone Crusher Giant as well, just in case he plays something that we need to answer. We get a counter. Fantastic. How much damage are we going to do in this one turn? Okay, we're getting to the point where we made it to settle down. We're going to keep enough mana for our counter and Bone Crusher, so we're going to end it here. But that was a decisive turn in our favor. We've got even another Wilderness Reclamation on deck. I think this game's over in my favor. Even though we're at 3 life, I don't see anything he can do. Yeah, good fucking game. Holy shit. I think that game really illustrated the power of getting Niv Mizzet out with those Wilderness Reclamations and all those draw power instant sorceries. That's exactly how this deck is designed to work, and it saved us from almost certain death. I don't know if we're going to find another game for the rest of this episode that was as sort of as good as that one. That was like one of the best comebacks. All right, what do we got here? Bone Crusher, Flame Sweep, Wilderness Reclamation. Sounds good to me. We've got 2 forms of removal. We've got a potential threat. We've got the first piece of our combo. We've got enough land for everything. I like it. Hello. Oh, man. That was pretty insane. Rakdos, eh? Well, let's do our Scry. Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's keep that. We've got plenty of land for the stuff we have now. We'll take that. So maybe a sacrifice deck? Another one of those aristocrats ones? Oh, I hate this card. That's gonna be destroyed for sure. We're probably gonna Bone Crusher that. Let's see if he does anything before combat. I pretty much need to Bone Crusher it, because if I don't, then he's going to become too powerful. Yeah. I'll let this through this turn, but next turn I can Flame Sweep it. Hopefully with something else he plays. Okay. And even though we destroyed Dreadhorde, we still take 2 damage from it, which is unfortunate, but... So yeah. He'll get a bit of draw power from this guy. Oh, and he does extra damage with it too. Okay. So yeah, we're kind of at a disadvantage life-wise. What did he get? He got... No, wait, that's the thing he played. What's in exile? Brazen Borrower. Ooh, okay. So I don't want this guy attacking again. I might need to Flame Sweep. Yeah, I might Flame Sweep depending on what he plays. I don't want to just kill the one creature, but at the same time, Brazen Borrower, I don't want that out there either. Let's do a Breeding Pool so we have a green. Oh, you know what? I could have done Bone Crusher Giant, but he probably would have just bounced it. Oh, actually, that would have been fine, because then I could play it again for its damage thing. Yeah, I think I probably should have done Bone Crusher Giant, but it's fine that I have Flame Sweep. Hopefully he'll play another creature before Robber of the Rich attacks. And he did not. Okay. Well, we're going to let it through then. And we're going to hope that he plays another creature. And we'll just pass to end step right now. Because I don't want to use Flame Sweep on one creature. That's kind of a waste. Let's see if he does Brazen Borrower now or something. Or maybe a Growth Spiral that he just took. Definitely want to stop Robber of the Rich because I don't want him using my cards It's sort of like a slap in the face. Also, I'm almost dead. I have less than half health right now. Ooh, I could expansion that if I wanted to. That's an idea. Get some draw power. I think I'll hold off, actually. If he does like a removal, I'll expansion that. But for now, I think we'll hold on to expansion explosion for something good later, especially since we have a Wilderness Reclamation right here. The problem is we can't keep taking damage from this Robber of the Rich, so we need to deal with that next turn one way or the other. Yeah, he did Growth Spiral. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, Flame Sweep is going to go to waste if we do it now, so I think we're gonna do Opt instead. And next turn we'll do Wilderness Reclamation and then Flame Sweep before he attacks. We don't want any more land, I don't think. We need other things. Another Wilderness Reclamation. Wow, okay. So we're gonna have tons of mana advantage if we can survive for the next couple turns. Yeah, I know it's my go. Thank you. Basic land. Thank you. So I don't actually have to pay to get Wilderness Reclamation out there. Yeah. So we're gonna Flame Sweep. 3 damage to target opponent. That player discards 2 cards. Oh, he's probably gonna use that. Oh, I might want to keep expansion for that. Yikes. Anyway, we're doing this for sure. And then Flame Sweep is our only option after that. We need to do it before he attacks. And luckily, if we destroy Robber of the Rich, unless he has another one, that'll cut off access to the cards that he's exiled thus far with it. But yeah, I don't like that Carnival card or whatever it was that does 3 damage and makes me discard. Okay, need to do Flame Sweep now. Even though it's just 1 creature, we can't continue with this. And then on my turn, we'll do another Wilderness Reclamation. Well, depending on what he plays. I may need to play Bone Crusher to be a blocker, but I'd like to do another Wilderness Reclamation and then have a really big explosion later with 2 of them. What's he got now? Theater of Horrors and Rimrock Knight. He's probably going to do Rimrock Knight, right? Oh, another Robber of the Rich. Well, that's interesting. So he now has access to all those cards that he exiled if he attacks with that thing again. Which means he can bounce... Let's do Bone Crusher Giant, and hopefully he'll bounce my Bone Crusher with my own Brazen Borrower, since he's attacking with Robber of the Rich. Let's go for that. And then we'll do Chemister's Insight during our end step, I think. I did not hold for full control, and I wasted the mana. Well, that's... Yeah, I need to get used to holding full control before I play my last spell, because I keep forgetting that it... Or I just need to remember putting a stop on my end step. That's probably better. But yeah, I keep accidentally... Sacrifices a creature. Oh! Well, I can expansion that and make him sacrifice a creature, so let's do that. Okay, well that solves the Robber of the Rich problem. It's not. I didn't want to lose my Bone Crusher, but this is acceptable. And I doubt he has another haste creature. So this will at least help me survive to get Wilderness Reclamation and then Chemister's Insight out. Theater of Horrors, okay. Fatal Passage, let's do this so that we don't accidentally... So that we slightly reduce the odds of drawing more land by pulling lands out of our deck. How are we looking for paying for Niv Mizzet if we come across him? We've got what we need. So we're good on that front. Let's just take a, I don't know, an island. And now, holding full control, putting a stop at my end step, and Wilderness Reclamation. And now we can pass to the end step stop. Okay. let's get rid of this auto pass. Resolve. Chemister's Insight. We can actually play it twice. Oh, we got Ops too. Let's do Opt. Niv Mizzet, fucking beautiful. Niv Mizzet might come to the rescue. We're gonna hold on to Opt for when we have Niv Mizzet out. So the rest of this is fine. Yeah. The rest of these instants are going to be even more powerful if we wait for Niv Mizzet to come out first. So that's the plan. We're probably not even going to play the Steam Vents. We're just going to use it to discard so that we can play Chemister's Insight again. So now I have to discard 2 cards. That's unfortunate, but it's fine because we can discard these 2 and still get Niv Mizzet out. The problem is whatever we draw next is probably going to have to be discarded to play Chemister's Insight. And the thing I'm worried most about right now is if he has removal for Niv Mizzet and I don't find a counter, which is very likely. Niv Mizzet right now is my my last hope. Okay, so we're going to keep Temple of Mystery as a discard thing for Chemister's Insight. Let's do this. I'm holding full control. Actually, I'm not going to hold full control. I'll put a pass on my end step so we can pass like this. Okay, what's happening? Do it. There. Okay, now we're holding full control. Resolve 1. Chemister's Insight. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do it, because we want to potentially draw a counter before our lands are untapped. And I forgot, Niv Mizzet helps you draw cards when you do that, so... We definitely want to do this and find a counter for any potential removal this guy might have. Doing big damage. Well, not big damage, tiny damage, but lots of tiny damage. And now we're going to want to... We're going to keep Bone Crusher for a rainy day. We're going to do another Chemister's Insight, I think. Another Bone Crusher, okay. Well, we've got removal, but we don't quite have an answer for if he has removal just yet. Yeah, still no. Okay, so Niv Mizzet is a bit exposed right now. Hopefully he doesn't get like a Destroy Creature spell. But we have tons of removal for his creatures, so hopefully he's not doing any direct damage. Okay, that was a land. He doesn't have any direct removal in Theater of Horrors. It's all about what 3 cards he has in his hand right now. Dreadhorde Butcher. We're probably going to destroy that. In fact, I know we are. I'm hoping he plays... No, don't remove it. No! Oh, God. Oh, that hurts. Well, I draw cards, so maybe I'll draw a counter just randomly. That's not a counter. We can play Growth Spiral and get 1 more land out, but then we're not going to have 2 blue mana to do the counter if we do draw it. So, we can do it. We need to play all the instants we can right now, just to get as much as we can out of Niv Mizzet. But yeah, it looks like Niv Mizzet's going to die, unfortunately. We got a Chemister's Insight. That's not helpful. Okay, let's put out a tap land since we're only going to have enough for one more Bone Crusher. So we'll put this out tapped, and then we'll do Bone Crusher for 2 damage to his health pool. Draw another card, do more damage. Niv Mizzet's at least going out with a fight. And, this is looking like... This is going to be close, because he has a very real possibility of killing me. Depending on what he does here. Oh no, not Rankle. Yikes. Well, Rankle needs to go immediately. In fact, I'm going to be down to 1 if he makes me lose a life and draw a card. Luckily, I've got tons of mana advantage, so I do have 1 last turn to turn this around. So it's definitely possible, but it's sort of, I don't know, it's going to be a coin flip whether I get what I need in all these draws. Okay, discard a card. We're going to get rid of a tap land, since obviously we can't pay life at this point anymore. Got a negate. What is negate good for? No matter what, we have to kill him this turn, I think, because he's got Theater of Horrors that can do 1 damage, and that'll kill us. Like, just flat out. So we need Chemist's Insight, for sure. Creatures at this point aren't going to matter, because we don't have time to attack. We need to just find something that can do direct damage. We've already got 2 damage coming from Bone Crusher. We need another Opt, I think. Nope. We've got Bone Crusher that does 2 damage. So far, that's it, and we're nearly tapped out of our first going through our lands. Let's put out a Forest, so we have the most land to play with. I think we have to do Chemist's Insight during our end step. That's all I see. So we'll tap these mana, tap these lands. Do a Chemist's Insight, get rid of some of these lands. This is sort of a last-ditch effort to find something that we can do. Brazen Borrower, return target non-land permanent. We could bounce Theater of Horrors, but if we bounce it in response to that ability, does it still do the damage? I think it does. So we need to bounce it and make sure he doesn't draw a land. If he draws a land, he'll have enough to just recast it and do the ability again. So that's not necessarily an answer. So we need to do another Chemist's Insight. I'm almost out of time here. Just realized. This is not good. We don't have any more draw power, I don't think. Oh, we have this Chemist's Insight. Let's tap our land again. We have 1 more try. Chemist's Insight. Can we get some stuff, please? No, we cannot. We can do this again, but then we're out of mana. I think this is looking bad. We're going to need to Flame Sweep and Bone Crusher to get rid of Rankle, unless we bounce him on combat step, but I think we need to use the bounce on Theater of Horrors. So we have exactly enough mana right now to destroy Rankle and bounce Theater of Horrors. Hopefully he doesn't draw a land. That's the only thing I can hope right now. And the other thing I hope is that he doesn't just do the Theater of Horrors ability right off the bat. Hopefully he plays something. Actually, it doesn't matter. He can just use the ability in response to whatever I do, so I think this might actually be over. Yeah, here it comes. Let's just test if I understand the rules correctly. If I return this to his hand, does the thing actually fizzle, or does the damage still go through? Yeah, it still goes through. Alright. Good game. I thought maybe if it wasn't on the battlefield, it couldn't do damage anymore, but that does not appear to be the case. Oh, man. Well, we're at 2-2. Man, I really wanted to pull that one out, but we just didn't quite get there. Let's continue on. See if we can get to 3 or even 4 wins. These combos are pretty insane when you get Niv Mizzet out, but it's like if you don't have Niv Mizzet out, you sort of struggle. Yeah, and unfortunately he was a little bit defenseless there before I found a counter. I don't think I even found a counter near the end. I think I just was counterless for that game. Only 2 mana and no red. And only 1 blue. But I have Growth Spiral. Do I think this is worth it just for Growth Spiral? I don't think so. I think we need to mulligan this. Yeah. Everything else is like a 4 cost, aside from the counter, which we don't even know we can play if we don't find a blue, so let's mulligan this. Now we got 3 mana, 1 of each color. We've got a lot of removal, we've got a counter. This is fine. We can use Bone Crusher as a creature if we need to. So yeah, I think this is okay. I don't think we need 2 Flame Sweeps. We don't even know what kind of deck we're up against. We don't even know if 2 damage across the board is even going to be that efficient against what we're playing against, so let's go with this. Hello. And we'll do a Scry land. Another land? Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I'm not really sure what else we're looking for just yet. So more a basic land is good because it means we have the option of playing it without paying 2 life. And actually, let's do that now. So we'll do Bone Crusher if he plays a creature. Blue-white. Oh, I wonder if this is one of those Doom Foretold decks. Okay, well we're going to use Bone Crusher then to deal direct damage to him, and then we'll play it as a creature next turn. Got an Opt. Let's put out a Stomping Ground. Get out that Bone Crusher Giant. Now this deck I think has Teferi, which he might use to bounce my Bone Crusher, but I'm fine with him bouncing that, since I'll get to do its 2 damage again. There's Teferi. Let's see if he bounces it.
Right on schedule.
If he does, I'm just going to destroy Teferi, so that's fine by me. Okay. And actually now we can do Bone Crusher and also Opt, so that sounds good to me. Let's do Opt first, just to see what we're working with. We might get like a Scry land that we want to put out. We don't need any more land. Basic land, huh? Alright. Let's put out Breeding Pool. And let's destroy Teferi real quick. I assume this is one of those Dance of the Manse Doom Foretold decks, in which case he can't get Teferi back with Dance of the Manse. So destroying him, he should stay dead. He'll probably do Oath of Kea or something. Or another Guild Globe. And he's definitely waiting for me to put out a permanent before he starts doing Doom Foretold. I doubt he would put it out before I have anything else, so we may just do Chemister's Insight. And hold on to our counter in case he just does something we don't like. So, yeah, because I'm pretty sure if we do Bone Crusher Giant now without any response, he's just going to Doom Foretold or otherwise remove it. So let's do this. Put a stop in his end step. We'll pass the turn. Is he going to skip his turn? Excellent. Well, I'll take Chemister's Insight then. Another Bone Crusher and another counter. Excellent. So we may do Bone Crusher. We may do Bone Crusher as a creature and then have a counter on deck for if he tries to do Doom Foretold. I like that idea. We've got a basic land, so we can do Bone Crusher. And we have 2 blue mana, so we can actually have enough for the counter. Let's pass the turn so he doesn't think we have any instants. Oath of Kea. So that will destroy Bone Crusher. Let's actually counter that. Actually, do we want to counter? We might want to save our counters for his bombs. Oath of Kea is like a one-time thing. If we leave it on the battlefield, it's not that big a problem. But if we counter it, then it's in the graveyard for him to use Dance of the Manse. So actually, we might just want to let this go through and then just cast another Bone Crusher. Yeah, I think we're going to hold on to our counters and be conservative with them. Because this deck's not going to win with Oath of Kea. This deck's going to win with Doom Foretold and Dance of the Manse. So I want the Sinister Sabotages for that. I want all of these things to stay on his battlefield and be absolutely useless. So that's the plan right now. I think during his end step, though, we're going to do Bone Crusher Giant to do 2 damage so we can play it again. And we'll just do the same thing. We'll try and bait out another one of his... We'll try and bait out his Doom Foretold by playing another permanent. So yeah, same plan. Bone Crusher. We've got counter on deck. He may not think we have a counter at this point since we let the other one go through. In which case he may be more likely to do Doom Foretold. Thought Erasure. That's going to need to be countered, I think. Because he's going to get rid of a counter anyway. Problem is, he has enough mana left over for a Doom Foretold if we counter that. And then we don't have a response. So we're going to let that go through. And worst case, he takes one of our counters or our Bone Crusher. I don't really care about Flame Sweep, but he probably won't care about it either. So now he knows we have a counter. That's fine, but we're still going to counter whatever Doom Foretold he wants to play. Yeah, so it's essentially the difference of he got to Surveil and I didn't, and I still have mana available for a counter for whatever he wants to do now. Kea's Wrath. Yeah, I'm fine with that. He's wasting a board wipe on a single creature. And then I'll just do Bone Crusher during his end step. And do the exact same thing. And try and bait out his Doom Foretold. He's clearly trying to work towards his Doom Foretold. Problem is I'm running out of cards, but luckily I have a Chemist's Insight, and most likely I'll discard Flame Sweep to get that out. Bone Crusher, same plan. And this time during his end step, we can do Chemist's Insight if he decides not to do something that's counterable or counter-worthy. Golden Egg, I'm fine with that. Yeah, under no circumstances do I want him to get Doom Foretold or Dance of the Manse out. Kaya's Wrath. Yeah, it's still fine. I'd rather him prevent me from winning immediately than allow him to win, essentially. So we're going to keep our counter for when we need it. Yeah. And now that he's tapped out, we can do this safely. Let's get rid of Flame Sweep. Flame Sweep, I'm pretty sure, is utterly useless against this style deck. And now let's do some Growth Spirals. Excellent, an Explosion. That's really good to see. We're going to Explosion him. We're going to get a pretty good card advantage. Not this turn, probably the next turn when we have all our mana untapped. Let's put this out. Let's do another Growth Spiral. And we do have enough for a counter, right? Oh, we won't. No, so we're going to hold off on Growth Spiral until his end step. We need 2 blue untapped at all times. Another thing is, I don't remember what instants or sorceries he has, but we can actually expansion anything that looks like it's going to be really threatening. Is he not going to do anything? We probably also want to counter Teferi if Teferi comes out, because we want the ability to continue countering. Okay, so now he's gaining life. He's sacrificing things, which makes me think he has a Dance of the Manse. He's putting out Oath of Kea, which makes me think he has Dance of the Manse, because he's putting one in his graveyard. So it seems like we're working towards Dance of the Manse, which I absolutely need to counter if that comes out. We cannot allow that to come out. Okay, Growth Spiral now that we're in the safe zone. Chemist's Insight, fantastic. I don't think his deck has any counters. Wilderness Reclamation, wow, excellent. So we're going to do Wilderness Reclamation, and then we'll have a bunch of mana to do Explosion. We still need to save 3, though, for countering. But let's do this. And we actually may even want to hold off, just so that we can get the maximum bang for our buck out of it. No, we can do it, because if we draw too many cards, we're going to just end up discarding anyway. So let's put a stop at our end step. Let's tap all these. Let's resolve it. And then we've got... Let's go all out, except for... Oh, let's undo that last one. Yeah, we need 3 left for our counter. So what do we got to work with? 12, 13, 13 minus 4 is 9, so we can do 9. That's probably more than we need, but let's just do it. Direct damage to him. Card draw for me. And we get a Niv Mizzet for next turn. Fantastic. We can probably... No, we can't do Growth Spiral. We need to keep the rest of our lands. So we're done. Now we discard. Let's get rid of Growth Spirals. And lands. And we have 2 Niv Mizzets, but I kind of want that in case he gets a removal through. Let's get rid of Opt. This is looking good. We're looking like we're good. Problem now is he has enough mana. He might be able to do 2 of his bombs, and I can only get 1 counter by. If that's the case, though, we can probably bounce one of his permanents with Brazen Borrower. We might lose Wilderness Reclamation if he gets a Doom Foretold out, though. Thankfully, we have another one. And we have enough mana to play Niv Mizzet and the Wilderness Reclamation. So if the worst happens, we're still in a really good place. So we definitely can't underestimate this opponent, because this deck is extremely powerful sometimes. But I'm feeling confident. How the hell do I have 3 timeouts? I feel like I've been taking forever on these turns. Maybe it's just because I've been talking so fast, it feels like a long time, but I don't know. What are you going to do, my good sir? It'd be a real shame if he accidentally got disconnected and the clock just ran out. That happens sometimes. He doesn't appear to be looking at his hand, so is he running the clock out on purpose to, or did he disconnect briefly, or what's happening right now? I am actually concerned this person might have disconnected. Not on purpose, that just happens. Like if your game freezes, then this is what you look like to other people. Hello? You there, buddy? Yeah, I wonder if he's I hope he reconnects soon, because it's gonna be a real letdown if... Oh, there we go. I see activity. Looks like he's back. I think he did disconnect, and now he's back just in time. Luckily, he had those 3 timeouts. And it looks like he might be skipping his turn. Yeah, okay. So, do we want to bounce anything? No, we're good. Now we're doing Niv Visit. We're doing Wilderness Reclamation. Let's do our stop on our end step real quick. Exactly enough. Fantastic. Let's get out this breeding pool. This game's pretty much over, I think, because I have multiple counters in my hand. Let's do full control. And let's get out Chemister's Insight. Start doing damage to him. Oh, I almost clicked on myself doing the damage. Now let's do another Chemister's Insight. We're just going to Chemister's Insight all over the place. Let's discard lands. There's a very real possibility this person will concede after this hideous combo. Oh my god, we got an explosion. I think this game might actually be over. Yeah, I think this game's over. We're going to tap the rest for explosion, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any counters. And explosion's going to seal the deal if it gets through. We're going to keep... Actually, let's undo that. Just in case there's something I haven't foreseen, we're going to keep 3 untapped, and we're just going to use this. So this is what? 11 minus 4, 7. Good game. Holy shit. One thing I will say, as much fun as that combo is, it is kind of tedious when you have to hold full control to make sure you don't miss any opportunities. That's one thing I mean, it's kind of unavoidable, just due to the nature of a video game. The computer can't infer everything that you might want to do based on context. So I understand why it's like that. It's just sort of unfortunate that these style decks produce so much sort of tedium when you do their combos correctly. It was the same way when you played against like Nexus of Fate decks. Like if you were playing like a paper game, Nexus of Fate wasn't so bad because both opponents just sort of understood what was going on. You didn't have to spell out every single step. But yeah, with the video game, it just became so tedious that it ended up getting banned. I don't think this is that level of tedium with this combo necessarily, but Nexus of Fate is sort of an extreme example. Let's see, we've got Opt, 3 lands. They're slow lands, though. We've got Opt, Negate, and this is a very counter-heavy deck. There's... I don't know about this, because it's dependent on what the opponent has that decides whether or not I can do anything. We do have Opt, which I like. Opt is a good first-hand card. But we're going to have to pay 2 life to get that out first turn. I think we're going to keep it just for the fact that we have Opt. Maybe we can find like something substantial like a Bone Crusher. Hello. Let's pass to his end step. Rakdos. Gutter Bones. Okay. Chemist's Insight now. That's gonna be too slow. We need things now. Bone Crusher. Okay. So if I unfortunately I need to pay 2 life for it, and against this kind of deck, paying life is just playing into their hands. But there's nothing else I can do. I'm gonna take 2 damage anyway from Gutter Bones if I don't do something. So I think we are going to use a breeding pool and have Bone Crusher available. Let's just see what he does. I feel like already we're at a bit of a disadvantage due to the slowness of our lands, but Priest of Forgotten Gods. So what, do I want to destroy Gutter Bones or Priest of Forgotten Gods? That's the question now. I think Gutter Bones is it's going to do damage this turn, and so we can tolerate Priest of Forgotten Gods for now. I know we can get Gutter Bones back, but we have counters on the following turns, so maybe we can counter... Oh, and we can bounce Priest of Forgotten Gods, depending on what he plays. Let's do Temple of Mystery, so that way Fabled Passage will come out untapped on turn 4. We can also scry. Do we want another land at this point? No, I think we want other stuff, because we've got 4 lands. That'll serve us well for now. We need, I think we need other answers than what we have now. I am glad to see we have counters, but right now we only have a negate. Enough mana for a negate. Let's see what he does. Probably a creature. Oh, okay. Well, that's getting negated, for sure. I don't want Witch's Oven in here. Does he have another one? He had another one, alright. Well, and a Cauldron Familiar. Okay, so this combo needs to be stopped immediately. We're probably going to Brazen Borrower and bounce the Witch's Oven so that we can counter it with Sinister Sabotage. We're probably going to want to play Bone Crusher as well so we can block things. So this is coming out for sure. Let's get a land. Let's get a mountain, since we only have 1 red so far. And let's see. If we do Wilderness Reclamation now, we'll have 4 mana available during his turn. And then we can bounce Witch's Oven during their end step, and then have counter ready for the following turn. I think we can survive 1 more round of this combo, so I think that's the plan right now. Let's put a break at their end step. We've also got the Sinister Sabotage available in case of an emergency. But currently the plan is to Brazen Borrower the Witch's Oven and then counter that with Sinister Sabotage. So most likely he's probably going to put Gutter Bones out on the field, unless he has something good in his hand. And then he might use Priest of Forgotten Gods to sacrifice 2 things. But yeah, we definitely need to start easing the pressure on our life pool. So they're going to attack. That's fine. There's nothing we can do about that. Oh yeah, he's only attacking with Cauldron Familiar, which means he intends to use Priest of Forgotten Gods for sacrifice. Here comes Gutter Bones. We might actually... Should we counter Gutter Bones? It seems like kind of a waste. I think we have to. No, we don't have to. We can bounce Priest of Forgotten Gods, but then we can't counter Witch's Oven. Oh, I know what we can do. We can bounce Priest of Forgotten Gods and then copy it with expansion and return Witch's Oven to his hand as well. Yeah, perfect. And then we can counter Witch's Oven when he plays it again. Yeah, this will work. We'll bounce Witch's Oven, and we'll see if he wants to sacrifice something. And we'll copy it just in case he fizzles it. And we'll target Priest of Forgotten Gods just to see if he wants to sacrifice in response. He's probably going to sacrifice Cauldron Familiar. Yeah, so I can bounce Priest of Forgotten Gods here. Ooh, alternatively, I could return this food and and then he won't have any food to get his Cauldron Familiar back out, but then he'll just sacrifice it in response, so that won't work. Okay. Yep, this is fine. We're gonna break the combo with Sinister Sabotage. And we'll get Bone Crusher Giant out as a blocker too, so yeah, this works. We don't need full control anymore. My turn. Another Wilderness Reclamation. We can't do it though because we need Bone Crusher Giant out to start blocking stuff. So we're gonna do Bone Crusher Giant and we're gonna have Sinister Sabotage on backup as a counter for Witch's Oven. Hopefully he only has one more Witch's Oven. But unfortunately he can also play Priest of Forgotten Gods, which I won't have an answer for because I can either counter Witch's Oven or Priest of Forgotten Gods. One thing I do have going for me is that Priest of Forgotten Gods does not have haste, so I'll have another turn before he's able to do that sacrifice thing. Oh man, I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. Need to just calm down. Drink some more chai tea. So there's Priest of Forgotten Gods. He might be trying to bait a counter. And there's that. Let's counter it. No combo for you. Hopefully he only has that one and the one that I countered before. Niv Mizzet. I don't have enough mana for you. Oh, that's sad. Sorry. I can't. What I need is like an explosion. That hurts to do a bit, but it's not gonna help me. He had another Witch's Oven. No. Oh no. And I don't have any draw power. This is bad. Next turn, he's going to sacrifice his Gutter Bones and his Cauldron Familiar and make me sacrifice Bone Crusher Giant, and he's just going to continue his Cauldron Familiar combo. Well, all I can do is Wilderness Reclamation and then play Brazen Borrower during my end step to start doing damage, but he can't block because he only blocks flyers. So there's really nothing I can do except exactly what I have available right now. Let's get out a... We've already got 3 blue available. Let's get out a mountain in case we get a Niv Mizzet and have the mana for it. Let's put a break on his end step for Brazen Borrower, although it's not really going to affect things, I don't think. The one thing I can do with Bone Crusher is just prevent him from attacking. So he's just going to have to do the sacrifice thing. Oh, you know what I can do? If he doesn't... Oh, actually, this is perfect. If he does the Priest of Forgotten Gods thing to make me sacrifice Bone Crusher, I'll play Brazen Borrower in response and sacrifice that instead. Perfect. And then I'll keep Brazen Borrower, or I'll keep Bone Crusher as a blocker. I'm still susceptible to his Witch's Oven and Cauldron Familiar combo. And I'll take some damage from Priest of Forgotten Gods, but we'll hang on a bit longer with a blocker like Bone Crusher. Unless he has any direct removal. Why is he looking at that card? Oh, Midnight Reaper, interesting. Oh no, so he's going to do Midnight Reaper and then he's going to sacrifice... He's going to do that combo with Priest of Forgotten Gods and get some draw power out of it. That's not good. But there's nothing I can do about it at this moment. I need like a Chemist's Insight or an Explosion or like... I need something. Right now, I'm at a serious card disadvantage. Here comes the sacrifice. In response, before you draw anything, I'm doing Brazen Borrower. And now we get rid of Brazen Borrower. And now he's got the mana to bring back Gutter Bones if he wants to. I am pretty lucky that he hasn't had a Mayhem Devil yet. That would be sort of the nail in the coffin at this point. He has a ton of cards, though, so I wouldn't put it past him to have one right now. Oh, a Flame Sweep would be really good. But I definitely need an answer for that Witch's Oven right now. And I don't really see it happening, because I need a bounce and a counter, I think, to get rid of it with this deck. That's 2 cards, and I have none. I think he's taking so long because he has so many options. He just doesn't know... Oh, no. I might be dead. Yeah, he's sacrificing that Bone Crusher with Witch's Oven. Ah, God. This game's so over. Here comes the sacrifice. He's even going to draw a card off my Bone Crusher. That's sad. Might as well. Let's hold full control so in case we get something we can do, we don't miss the chance with Wilderness Reclamation. We got a Bone Crusher. What does this get us, though? He's got his Cauldron Familiar combo, which is going to do basically 3 damage before my next turn after this one. I would need a Flame Sweep, essentially. Is the only thing that can save me for an extra turn. So Bone Crusher's not going to help me there. Let's look for it. Even Flame Sweep is short-sighted because I don't have an answer for that Witch's Oven combo, so I think I'm pretty much dead right now. I'm just sort of treading water. Come on. Let me do my opt. You're not going to kill me with your last Cauldron Familiar of of this turn. It'd be a real shame if he accidentally got disconnected like that last person. No, I don't need a land. That's not a Flame Sweep. Well, I could do Chemist's Insight in the hopes that I get a Flame Sweep, but then I'm getting rid of Bone Crusher, but I don't think it matters. Oh, I just wasted mana. Damn it. Well, 1 mana probably won't make a difference, right? Right? Okay. Chemist's Insight now. Oh shit, no, I don't want to pass. No, it was a misclick. Oh my god, I undid my hold full control by accidentally clicking on pass turn. Oh no. Well, on the bright side, he didn't do his Cauldron Familiar thing at the end. Oh, there's Chandra. Alright, this is a good game. I've been misplaying all over the place. I deserve to lose. Yeah. Not that it would have helped me that much. I mean, there's only so much that an explosion could have done there, but I ruined any chance I might have had by accidentally misclicking the end turn button. Okay, well, let's see what we got for prizes. We almost made it to 4. We got to 3. Let's see what we got. Probably uncommons. Yep. And no packs. Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Definitely, I think we demonstrated in the earlier games that this deck can be extremely powerful when it works correctly. When you get that Niv Mizzet out and you've got a couple of those Wilderness Reclamations and you've got tons of instants that are drawing you cards and dealing damage based on Niv Mizzet, it's pretty crazy to watch. And you can come back from almost insurmountable odds as we did in that one game. I think we were at 3 life, and I think we took him down from almost 15 life in 1 turn. It was pretty crazy. So definitely has high potential. Yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.